You pull up over here acting like you want some problems. You pull up where I'm at acting like you want some problems. And I promise you, you're going to get what you're looking for. You're going to get what you're looking for, man. What up, man? We're gonna make this short and straight to the point and go ahead and finish what we was doing before we was interrupted. I hate when I get these phone calls. I hate when I get these text messages with people sending me content. I'm like, dude, if I'm not on the internet, I'm not really too much concerned about nothing that got to do with internet content. A lot of internet goofies, you know what I'm saying? I get it. I understand the YouTube game. I understand the hustle. I definitely understand the hustle. I'm one of the guys that get on here and do the hustling myself. So I get the whole giddy up. And I made a video about a couple of days ago, probably a week ago. A lot of people responded to that video. And what I respect more than anything, when dudes call me, man, I respect when they call me and let me know how they feel about something that I might put up and express the way they feel about it. And we get to understand it. It don't be nothing but, you know, but when dudes get on here, you know, you can contact everybody else. Y'all can find everybody else. I'm not too far. You know what I'm saying? I'm around the corner from some of y'all. I am not hard to find. You call my neighborhood, they gonna say, yeah, I'll get you on the phone, Rock. I ain't one of them dudes that live over here and over there and over there. No, I'm really from the section, so it ain't nothing for you to make a phone call and get my number. If it's something that you really that concerned about and we could have a conversation, that's nothing. Conversation is nothing, but what I don't like is when people get on this internet and get to running their mouths. And you know when it's not in it, you know when it's not content no more. You know when it's took somewhere else. And it seemed like, I don't know where these dudes get it from. And I'm talking about these old heads, man. I'm talking about these old heads. I'm not talking about the one that was on here the other day and he handled his business like a grown man. He contacted a couple of people and he cleared some things up that he might have said wrong on the internet. And we understand it, man to man talk. That's sometimes that's needed, and I get it. But the ones that get on here and want to fool the internet, I don't care who these dudes may think they was or who they still think they are, none of that matter. We all grown men. We all bleed the same. I don't know where these dudes get this. I'll pull up with the knuckle game. I'll pull up with this game. Like I say, they didn't say my name. They didn't say my name, but just in case, I'm going to take a page out of, what's the homie name I seen on here a couple of weeks ago? He said something like this. I know they not talking about me, but just in case, because it sounds like it's very on what they saying, man. And they going word for word what I said, and they matching it. I get it, because I did the same thing. But the difference between me and this cat, I get on the phone. I get on the phone, make a phone call quick. Hey, yeah, man, you know what it is. That's that. Did you see the video? Oh yeah, I said. What did it say anything about that? No. Well, you already know what it is. So when I talked to the homie last night, we had a conversation. I did a video about that, and I changed the title up just based on the fact, you know what I'm saying? It only makes sense. It's only right. Accountability, it is what it is. So when I get this other video and I see this cat on here talking this gangster talk, and it's like, man, you can fool these people in this internet space. You can fool these people in this internet world, but there's no way on God's green earth that you gonna pull up in my section or pull up anywhere I'm at and thinking that it's gonna run your way and you're gonna get a victory. I don't know how that go. I don't understand how somebody could come to somebody's section and get allowed to get a victory. Ain't no victories over here. You come over here, you're gonna get what you're looking for, and you might not leave here. So all them internet threats that these dudes be making, shut up. You ain't gonna do nothing. I don't care who you think you is in your neighborhood. In my hood, we don't care nothing about you, and we'll get you up out of here just as fast as you can. We don't care about nobody. We don't. That don't mean nothing. I don't care about it. You know, I get on here and talk my talk, but I told y'all it's gonna be days when we gonna turn up. It's gonna be days when we gonna have some fun on here. Dudes want to put it on the internet and they want it to be heard. Let's put it on the internet. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain. If this is where you wanted at, you could have called me with it. You know who I'm talking about. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Now you can do what you want. Come on over here. And I ain't even got to be there. The moment you come over there and say where you from, you come over there and say where you from. I'm looking for such and such. That ain't gonna even come out. The moment you say that, you out of here. Point blank period. You ain't gonna get fired on. Ain't no phase being running. None of that. You out of here. So you better just pull up and just get cracking or get knocking. If you're not doing that, you playing yourself. You playing yourself. And it ain't nothing for somebody to go get a couple dollars and find out where you at. Somebody told me, say, Rock, I know where dude be at. I said, is that right? I said, cool. That's cool. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. Thanks for the information. Now we know. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? That's all good. We ain't, but it's nothing. These dudes be on here playing, man. We ain't got to get you today. We ain't got to get you tomorrow. None of that. But when you talk to the wrong people and you get on here in front for this internet and you get to talking on this internet, we don't care about you, your neighborhood, or any of that. We don't care about none of that. I don't. I'm gonna respect everybody as a man, but if you want to do any of that playing and all that, man, you gonna find yourself out of here, homie. Point blank, period. Now you can run and tell that. Now at this point, ain't no calling my phone. That's what these dudes do. These dudes will start something with you, and then they'll call you, and then it wasn't like that. It was like this. It wasn't like that. And then they'll want to get on here and do a peace treaty on here. Oh man, we cool now. And it was just a misunderstanding, and we had all that's about to stop being over with. All that's about to be over with, man. We're gonna keep it respectful. We're gonna keep it 100. But when you get on here and you get to making all these old threats, that's out the window. That's out the window. We ain't gonna put you out there. You know who you is. You know exactly who I'm talking to. You know exactly who I'm talking to, homie. So I hope you doing it for content. If it's content, it's cool. I ain't tripping. If it's for content, that's cool. Nobody tripping. I get it. But if you for real, and if you see it, the moment you did like that, when you did that take it to a whole nother level. I don't play like that. Homie. You better go do your background check. You better go do your homework and figure out who you playing with or who you think you playing with. Because like I said, I ain't got to do nothing to you. Pull up. All you got to do is pull up. That'll be your last pull up. You would never come in my section ever and win or get a victory. None of that. It ain't gonna work your way, old man. Stay in the old man's place, man. We gonna respect our elders, but the ones that act like they gangster and they still want to be in the streets and play like they tough, yeah, okay. We gonna leave that at that, man. I'll be waiting on your invitation. Don't call me. Don't call none of my folks. Don't call none of my peers. And any of my peers try to reach out for me, reach out for him and call me, then I'm gonna get on you. It's time for some of these dudes to really start recognizing, realizing who they play with when they get on this internet and playing. Do your content, keep it moving. The moment you get to making internet threats, that's what it's gonna be. Anybody that know me, don't call my phone for these cats. None of that. Don't call my phone when I got them on the other line. Don't call my phone, they want to talk to you. None of that. Let them be gangsters and G's like they trying to prove on this internet. And pull up. And this is my last video. I don't care what they say after this. We're not going back and forth for none of this. You a gangster. You a G. You proving to your people on the internet. And you know we don't play that. You know where I come from. We don't play none of that. We care about none of that where y'all from. You know where I'm from. We don't play that. You pull up over here playing them games and I can put my life on it. We all gonna go see God or the penitentiary. Point blank, period. Now we're gonna keep it gangster. We're gonna keep it G. You know what I'm saying? I know this go against everything I've been saying. But when I see a threat, it is what it is. And it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So I'll advise you to do your research on who you playing with, homie. Because I ain't came at you with none of that. And I wouldn't have came at you with none of that because I don't get down like that. If it's somebody I got a problem with, then I'm gonna have a problem with it. It ain't gonna be on the internet. But the internet games and all that, I get it. I understand. I know how that go. I know how the trolling go. I know how all that go. I don't even pay that no attention. They could say what they want to say. A dude called me all type of B's on here the other day. I said, okay, yeah, you talking to your phone, you talking to your camera, whatever you doing, but you wouldn't say it in my face. I guarantee you, half of these dudes that be on here talking, they ain't gonna say it in nobody's face. They gonna come right in the comfort of their house or their studio and pull their phones out and yell at their phones and yell at their cameras and talk slick to their cameras. They're not gonna pull up in your section. They're not gonna pull up on you. They not gonna do none of that because they know what'll happen. These dudes is capping, man. Straight cappers. You pull up over here acting like you want some problems. You pull up where I'm at acting like you want some problems. And I promise you, you're gonna get what you looking for. You're gonna get what you looking for, man. Compton Rick Rock.